Hello, today we're going to talk about how to download and get set up with Visual Studio Code. To do so, we're going to open a web browser and we are going to Google download VS Code. And the first result that comes up should be the correct one. So we're going to click that. And it takes us to a page that has download links for Windows, Linux, and Mac. You're going to choose whichever one matches the operating system that you're on. So for instance, I'm on a Mac right now, so I'm going to click this Mac download button. If you are on a Windows or a PC computer, you're going to click Windows. And if you're on a Linux computer, you probably don't need any help downloading this at all. So I'm going to go ahead and click this download button and wait for my file to download. Once it's downloaded, go ahead and locate that file either in your downloads folder or in your downloads toolbar here and double click it. Once that's done, you should see the app appear in your downloads folder. I'm going to go ahead and click and drag that over to applications. Once it's all set, it may ask you if you're okay with opening an app that was downloaded from the internet. I'm going to click open. Next, I'm going to open VS Code. When you first open the app, you should get taken to a page like this, which includes a checklist of getting started things that you can do. For instance, I'm going to set the theme on my window, and you can go ahead and choose one that you like. You're welcome to work through all of the different checklists in the Getting Started checklist, or just keep clicking next until you're all the way through. Once you're done with that checklist, you're going to go ahead and open a folder so that we can access and create some files. I'm going to go ahead and open the folder for CPSC 230. I'm going to do that by clicking this Open button here. Next, I'm going to navigate to our 230 folder on my desktop and click Open. It may ask you if you trust the authors of the files in the folder. If so, you can click Yes. Next, I'm going to create my first Python file. To do that, I'm going to go to this Explorer panel here, and I'm going to click New File, which is just a document with a single plus. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to say my pyfile.py. When you put the .py extension, it should recognize that this is a Python file and show you this little Python logo next to the file you just created. All right, let's hit enter. And now we have an empty Python file. I moved myself up to show you that the first time you open a Python file, it may ask you if you want to install the recommended extensions for Python, and we do, so go ahead and click Install. While it's installing, it'll take you to a page like this, and you can just wait for it to be done. Once it's done installing, it should take you to a page like this, and now we're free to go back to our Python file. So I'm just going to do a really quick Python program by saying print parentheses hello world. And then I'm going to save my file. You can tell it's unsaved by this little white dot near the file name. When I save it, you can see that goes away. Now we're going to go up to the menu and click the terminal menu and say new terminal. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and show you that a terminal is basically how we run our Python code. When we open a new one, the first thing we want to do is check to see if this is the same as the name of the folder that we're in and the folder that our file is in. In this case, I'm looking to see that this is our CPSC 230 folder, and it is, so we're good to go. Now we can run our code, and we're going to do that by saying Python. And then if you're on a Mac, you're going to go ahead and add a 3 because your computer comes with both Python 2 and Python 3, so you have to specify. Then we're going to say space and the name of our file. My file is called mypy_file.py, so that's what I'm going to type out here. Next, I'm going to hit enter, and it should run all of the code in our file, which in this case should just print out hello world. And you can see that's exactly what it did from the output here. All right, you're all set to use VS Code. I will see you next time.